San Diego FC in the CONCACAF Champions Cup tomorrow, as they will face a Big Four in Liga MX, according to fan bases and depending what you ask.
It's not according to fan bases. I mean, it is. Pumas is historically one of the Big Four in Liga MX. Over the last couple of years, they have not been a top 4 team, but I mean, they're playing pretty good to start off the Liga MX season. They're 2 wins, 2 draws. They just won 4-0 against Santos like on Friday. So, I mean, they are playing good. They got some good reinforcement. They got Juninho, who ended up being in the starting lineup. Carrasquilla scored, which, I mean, Carrasquilla, formerly from Houston Dynamo, who could be a DP player anywhere in the MLS. So this is a strong Puma side who is, pretty hot right now.
Yeah, and also getting the refuerzo, Uriel Antuna. I broke the news to you earlier that in fact did happen.
Yeah, you called me. You're like, we're gonna see Antuna tomorrow, and I was like, what are you talking about? That's how out of the loop I've been with other Liga MX team. I've just been focusing on Chivas because hace frío en la cima, 4-0, like Super Chivas is back. I completely missed the news of Uriel Antuna going to Club America, and I meant to ask Mikey Varas about that, if that kind of changes the dynamic, right? Like when you're studying a team, I'm sure Mikey Varas has been studying Pumas for like the last 2 weeks at least, right? Focusing on what they do, watching film, but then they sign a player like Uriel Antuna, who's a Mexican high-profile player. Like, he gets called up to the national team. He's representing his nation. He's played in some of the Liga MX club top teams. Yeah. Like, does that change anything? He's a speedster. He can make some damage. He's not the best player if you ask a lot of people.
San Diego C, we're a team that we play the way that we play. We focus on our style. Nobody changes the way that we play. We need to focus on us and ourselves.
I mean, I think we've all noticed Mikey Varas sticks to a script. And
I think he believes that, though.
I think so, too. But, I mean, it gets tiring hearing the same things over and over. I mean, at the end of the day, that's our job, to ask questions a little bit differently. But yeah, I was there at media availability today where we got to talk to Mikey Varas and Pablo Cisniega. It was a very different media availability because it was led by CONCACAF. So the way they do things, it's just a player and a coach, and that's it. Normally we get Mikey Varas first, or a player, and then we get like 2 or 3 players. This time it was just the both of them.
With all the advertising behind them.
Did you read the comments on our thing? I mean, when I make the captions, I just make them translations, and I should go through it, but it's a lot if I go through every single translation.
Chucky Lozano.
The enchilada. When he talked about the hinchada, it's the greatest hinchada in North America. It said enchilada.
He might not be
Frontera San Diego, you're the greatest enchilada in North America.
The whole enchilada. So Pumas is coming in. 4 games under their belt. They are currently in 4th place in Liga MX. They've beat Santos Laguna. They've beat Tigres. They've tied their other 2 games. So they're technically undefeated this season, coming into a game where, again, we're here like we were last year almost with San Diego FC. What are we going to see? We know who these players are. We know what these players can do. We know what the system of Right to Dream is supposed to be. So the question now for MLS and anytime San Diego FC steps on the field is, can they replicate it? And can they be successful with the style of play and sticking to it? And is it going to be successful now in a different tournament with different opponents and different dynamics? And it's hard to make a educated guess on what's going to happen stylistically, because I'm not sure how it's going to hold up. You have San Diego FC, again, that possession-based team. Pumas, like most Mexican teams, a very, very high-paced, high usage of the wings and crossing into the middle and using that speed and extending and opening the midfield in order to leave huge gaps in the midfield in different teams to go ahead and do long balls or just literally just break them down in a way that is so quick and lethal that it's impressive. But if you're really going to take that 4-0 against Santos Laguna, Santos also isn't the best team right now.
They're the team that's gotten scored on the most, 12 goals against in 4 games. So, not a good look for Acevedo, who is on the edge of getting called up for the Mexican national team for the World Cup.
But did come out injured too.
Oof, damn.
And then here, Carrasquilla is probably one of their players to watch.
Coco Carrasquilla actually had one of his best games ever at Snapdragon Stadium. I don't know if you guys remember that. Against the U.S. men's national team.
Won the Golden Ball.
To advance in the Gold Cup. And I think he's even scored one of the penalty kicks as well in that penalty shootout. So he will definitely be a major player to watch. He has experience also with facing MLS competition. I'm sure he's been having conversations with his Pumas teammates about that. I was honestly really surprised when he left the league itself because he was just such a huge part of that Houston team, and he's like such a great player. Obviously, he's probably getting paid a lot more in Pumas, but I think it'll be fun to watch him again too. He's also like just kind of like short too. It's always fun when like short players like that are just like really, really dominant. But that's who I'm most looking forward to see. Also, probably Keylor Navas. Yeah. I mean, there was a save in this game. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was
with his legs.
No, he like jumped up and like it was coming straight at it. A little bit above him, but
a just 3-time Champions League winner, you know.
Yeah, but just you're still just like, whoa! It's still really, really cool to see.
I mean, Keylor Navas is technically still the best CONCACAF player. Maybe not the best anymore, but at one point was the best CONCACAF player as a goalkeeper. You know, that says a lot. This guy's just a legend, and I am excited to see him against SanDiego FC. And maybe SanDiego FC has to like circle that, right? I mean, they've faced Hugo Lloris, they face high caliber players in the MLS, but none of those players are 3-time Champions League winners.
And as you see another goal here by Carrasquilla, who took a shot long range, the poorly, defended and goal kept there, but you have to take the shots, and they were feeling themselves this night. He got himself a brace, his third goal in the league in Liga MX this season. But the way that they defend is also almost that Achilles heel. Watching some of Pumas play is they don't need the ball to defend, and they don't want the ball. They'll let you have your space, and they almost what Efrain Juarez, the coach for Pumas, likes to do is almost set traps on the field, and they're like booby traps where he'll give you the space to come in, and by the time you realize that you have the space, you're in the space, you look left, you look right, there's none of your teammates, and you're being triangulated by 3 defenders, and one will go out and the other 2 are just kind of passive through there, but in that you just kind of make the mistake and give the ball up, and that's what Santos was doing here. And that's been a Achilles heel of SanDiego FC. It's just too much space, too much time to think about things, and the fast counterattack here,
which I think is going to be a even bigger issue considering how little the team has played so far this season. Obviously, it's preseason, their first game of like the year of their like 2026 campaign. It's gonna be tough when the team's coming at you on that counterattack, just like pushing, and they have like struck. I think at the beginning of last season, if we compare, it was like moments like that where you're just like, okay, here's the defense. It's all kind of going away. But it will be very interesting to see how the defense develops, especially when you're going to be without like some of your last year when you started, you had Patty McMahon kind of like being that solid center back right there. But now it's like we can predict the starting 11 now. Are we going to do that?
I'm down to do that. Before we do that, I do want to mention, right, like if for anyone that's not aware of like Pumas, who their coach is, Efrain Juarez, like this guy was a noseball. He played for Mexico. He was in that. He played 2 World Cups with Mexico, I believe. He was one of the starters. No, in 2014. No, he wasn't. No, yeah, he was in 2014. He was a right back, which is arguably one of the best like performances that Mexico has ever put up in a World Cup. Solid right back for them. He was the head coach for Atlético Nacional and led them to back-to-back championships over in South America. So, which is Atlético Nacional, if I'm not mistaken, plays in the Colombian League. So back-to-back championships. Like this guy knows what he's doing. That's why Pumas signed him. This Pumas was his, boyhood club. Like he played. They're the ones that gave him his professional debut. So it's special when a manager gets back to his club and like plays with a lot of heart. So this is going to be a very passionate game, like between SanDiego FC and Pumas. So I'm excited to see it tomorrow.
Yeah, and again, the Mexican teams also play with a different edge, and
that's something that happened in Leagues Cup.
Exactly. Yeah. And when I asked Mikey, I believe a couple of weeks ago, it was like, hey, they do play to the dark arts. Like they do look for that arbitraje. They do look for
like, hey,
like they'll poke you, they'll prod you, and they'll, be physical. And that's something that can definitely be taken advantage when it comes to the youth. And we keep talking about the youth, and for as long as they're still young, this defense for San Diego FC is going to be susceptible to that. Why? Because we saw it in the biggest stage against Vancouver where they were overwhelmed. And you can definitely tell, yes, after a long season, the inexperience sometimes does catch up to you. But now, how is this team going to come back and bounce back after a very, very successful season? And where exactly does that land for San Diego FC? Season's greetings to everybody who's coming in. Lots of Mikey talk, and just it was interesting out there. How did you? The question, and I don't know if we'll get to it too here at the end, but at the end he was asked about Chucky Lozano.
Oh no, I mean,
I think we should talk about that after we preview all the game.
Okay,
I'm down. I'm down to do that. Yeah, let's predict the lineup.
Okay,
yeah.
And then we'll dive into the media availability today. What's going? I can tell you who's not starting. Chucky Lozano.
He's not on the roster.
He's not on the roster.
Neither is Antuna, which is fine because yes, the registration came up, but I was still hopeful that he would travel.
Yeah.
See him and say, like, we'll see him. Hello,
Pablo Cisnega starting on goal. Like, there's no doubt about that. Like, Pablo Cisnega, that's why we got him.
What a 4D chess move if he does.
Actually, that is the way you do it right here. You bring Pablo Cisnega. Hey, sit next to me during this media availability.
CJ starts.
You have Dreyer for start.
Yeah, CJ is not gonna be seeing.
It's Pablo that's gonna get the start for sure. Who starts at right back?
Right back is probably going to go ahead and be, if he's healthy, I see a Verhoeven starting there in the back. I can also see, because of the success that they saw in preseason,
that new signing, right? The
Eisner.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like he was very like he performed well during the preseason matches. I don't know if that's enough to give him a start so far, but
probably not. But
the right back position is
Verhoeven.
I mean,
Pilcher.
The right back position has definitely been the toughest one to fill in for San Diego FC because of so many injuries, because of so many, like, it just requires a lot from a player. Luca Bombino on the left back is a no-brainer. Like, he's going to start. And like, you need a player like that. But yeah, I think Pilcher gets to start at right back.
Yeah, I would agree. I was thinking Pilcher as well. Even though we saw him probably play his worst match he's ever played in that last Vancouver game, I think with a full off season with some time to like truly think about that, I think I would trust him in that spot, because that's something Mikey would do as well. Like, knowing like you're having a big moment, to put that confidence back into Pilcher is something that I think would be really important for this.
No, Reyes is not back. He's expected back after the World Cup, for sure. Hey, are you guys excited to cover the new season of The Wave? Yeah, absolutely.
We'll talk about my NWSL media day availability that I spoke with some of the players. It's interesting to hear what they had to say about the season.
I like that. All right, so we talk about right back. Let's move to center back. Center back is obviously going to be, I think we all would agree, Chris McVeigh, Maladua.
Yeah, those are going to be the two center backs for sure.
And yeah, I mean, Chris McVeigh, that's certainly earned and probably the most underrated player last season for sure. He made it happen on both sides of the field. He actually contributed a lot on the transitional play and on the score sheet for San Diego FC. So that's going to be the two center backs, and left back, Bombino, Locke.
Yeah,
like there's no better solution for the left back position in the San Diego area.
What's also interesting too is last year during the beginning of the season, Mikey used basically every sub during the games. So the starting 11 could not be as important as we might expect, considering it, maybe in the 60th minute he does a complete overhaul, switches some things up, tries to protect minutes and stuff, especially because it's like the beginning of the season. Maybe they're not completely 100% fit and able to play a full 90. So like, even if someone's starting in the center back, maybe that's, let's give it a switch. Maybe something's not clicking. You have a striker that could be potentially moved. Like that's definitely a real possibility I think we have to consider for this match.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But again, this is the team that did play the back-to-back same lineup in playoffs and redlined a lot of those players. And yeah, sure, there wasn't a lot of options in the back at that point, but maybe I can see that happening. Oswald So. I don't think he'll be starting. If maybe seeing minutes towards the end,
he can fight for a starting spot though. He's definitely
During
that
the season?
style. Yeah,
and if he does, like if he sees minutes tomorrow, that should tell you a lot about what the intentions are. Maybe how good he is, or maybe how unhappy Mikey is. Because one of the yes.
Sorry, I just thought of. Do we see Kumaro getting a start? Maybe over Pilcher. He was the starting right back.
Right back is the wild card for this team.
Like, I think he's gonna go with Pilcher. Never mind. I'm not gonna
like
change
it's wild card. Pick up 4. Pick up 4.
Yeah.
You know.
Who do we think in the midfield?
I think this one's pretty obvious to me. You got Yepes Verskov, Anibal Godoy, and Onival Akari.
Ding.
Yeah.
I think the front three is also very predictable.
Really?
You got Anders Dreyer.
That's for sure.
And Amal Pellegrino.
Yes. Because from what we've been told and is that both of you have never, I mean, have you ever like seen a just a healthy baby after it's born? Like, wow, like strong, like there's not a healthier human being, whether baby form, adult form, child form, elder person. There's not a healthier human being than Marcus Invarson, according to Mikey Vadas. He couldn't be healthier. He is as healthy can be coming into the season. So that should be his starting position. That should be all him for the entire season. So what we have we not been told that?
I mean, I guess
exactly. I would not be surprised if maybe we see Lewis Morgan
the start.
I don't think he starts. I don't think so. I would be surprised if I see Morgan starting, but I mean, then again, he is the new number 9. Did you guys see what number Tomas Angel has now?
No, what number?
Number 39. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's number 39.
Ugh.
I haven't seen it officially on him. I'm just looking at the CONCACAF roster, which has the numbers of the players, and that says 39 for Tomas Angel.
Yes, we do know it's not a friendly game, not unlimited for sure.
Would you guys be surprised if Alex Mighton got a start?
Yes. I'd be surprised. I'd be like, wow.
Shocked.
I think he'll sub on.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Morgan off the bench, maybe. But yeah. On the other side, I mean, it might be too that Pumas just says, you know what? Sure, we're touted as a 3-time champions of the CONCACAF Champions League and everything, but do you really care about this tournament?
No, they do. They do.
Do you think they care about the tournament?
Do
you think you'll see a strong starting lineup here?
Yes, I think Liga MX, especially right now, are taking any chance they play MLS teams as seriously as ever because MLS is taking over the kings of CONCACAF, and I think Liga MX are fighting everything they got to like make sure that they still let MLS teams know that who's in charge. So I think Pumas will set their strongest line. There's, I mean, that's why on their schedule they also played on Friday to get enough rest to travel to San Diego. So I do think they put up a solid lineup. Can we? I know we want to talk about like this is getting ahead of ourselves, but it's San Diego. They beat Pumas. They face Toluca next, which is
one step at a time.
I know. But I'm like,
home and away.
Yeah. Let's just say Toluca is back-to-back champions. That would be very tough to beat. Pumas is also going to be very challenging to beat, especially kind of with the track record that we've seen with SDFC with Liga MX teams. But we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Esteban, I think you can manage SanDiego FC at this point. Just the predictability of some of these, but again, I can definitely see that.
Pedro Soma is definitely someone to circle.
That's
Mikey was
my
very
player of the season.
Yeah, Pedro Soma could start tomorrow.
I know only because who did he start over?
Godoy.
No, because Godoy is the poster child for SanDiego FC. Have you seen the promos from CONCACAF? And they're like, Carrasquilla versus Godoy.
Yeah, it's the Panama against Panama.
I think we got to stop worrying about who the poster childs of which teams are. Because if you go by the poster child, if you look at any bus here in San Diego, you'd see somebody who's not even on the team anymore.
No, if you see at MLS ads, they are throwing Chucky merch at people's face still.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to get rid of it now.
Yeah.
Buy one, get 3 off or 3 free. All right, let's talk about the media availability today, Tony, because you wanted to touch base on Chucky Lozano. Mikey Vadas got asked towards the end of it. And I will say this before we watch some of it.
Mm-hmm.
last season we saw they stick to a script, right? When asked about a topic, which happened to be again about Chucky Lozano again. And what was the script? We're handling internally, and that's all we heard. Like, this matter is being handled internally. Now the script is we're worried and we're working with the players that are in our roster. And that's all we're gonna get when asked about Chucky Lozano. Alejandro Guzman from TJ Sports asked it towards Pablo, and Mikey said, no, I got both the questions. Like, I'm gonna answer both of them. So that just kind of tells you where the club stands with Lozano. Like, it's nothing new. But yeah, that's anytime they ask about Chucky Lozano, expect that answer. We're worried about the players that were currently in our roster.
You want me to play it?
If you want to play it, yeah.
All right, put those Spanish.
If you're watching,
Ears
it's
on.
translated into English. So we always recommend listening to watch. Did you hit play? Yes. Sorry, technical difficulties on the audio, but yeah, essentially,
Mikey says
Mikey takes over both questions, and I agree, Abe. I didn't think of it at the moment.
That's
the way you mentioned it. If you got it. You
Yeah,
want to play it again?
I should give me a thumbs up in the give me a thumbs up in the comments here. So essentially, that's what was asked of Mikey and Pablo. Those questions were directed first to Pablo and then to Mikey, asked at the same time.
O puedes estar al pendiente de lo que hacen a lo mejor algunos otros colegas tuyos que llaman la atención su trabajo. Gracias.
Sí, yo puedo tomar las dos preguntas. Efraín es un gran entrenador.
And he said, I can go ahead and take both questions.
Yeah. So, I mean, going back to what Abe said, like, it is a valid question asking, hey, like, you're the Mexican representation of this team. I see people's in the comments and people commenting on this video. It's like, this guy's barely Mexican. At the end of the day, I don't care if he's barely Mexican or whatever. He represents Mexico. And you know,
if you ask him,
he is the only Mexican representation in this club now because Chucky Lozano is not part of the sporting plans. And to be honest, looking back at it with the perspective that Abe just put out, that is kind of messed up for Mikey Varas to not give Pablo Cisniega a chance to speak on that.
Yeah, no. Let's see what exactly Mikey Varas said in respects to that.
Entrenador y muestra que tiene mucha calidad. Y sí, siempre seguimos el estilo del entrenador porque esto usualmente brilla mucho en el equipo. Y segundo, nosotros acá estamos enfocados con los jugadores que tenemos en el plantel y con quien contamos. Los chicos están totalmente enfocados en ganar el partido y los partidos que vienen. Y nada más.
Essentially, there he's saying, yes, we do pay attention to what the coaches of the opposing teams have done and traditionally line up, because that tells you a lot about the team that's going to be incoming in terms of Lozano. Didn't mention Lozano, parentheses Lozano. He says that, well, we're going to focus on the players that are part of our lineup and part of the group that we have here that are sporting plans, and the guys that are here are perfectly committed in order to go ahead and make sure that they come out with the victory tomorrow. And that's it.
Yeah, I see a comment. What about Alvarado? Alvarado, I think if he had the choice, I mean, that's a fair question to ask him. Hey, who would you like to represent? Mexican national team or the U.S. men's national team?
And then Mikey would come in and be like, let me take that from you.
And also, Pablo Cisniega was born in Mexico City and played for Chivas. He's about as Mexican as you can get.
Someone asked him after, reporter from CBS, I believe it's CBS. I was like, was Pumas your childhood club? And it's like, oh, no. I support Chivas.
How dare you?
And I was like,
good job protecting the identity of that reporter to me, actually.
From you?
Yes.
Whoa, that was a good knuckle crack.
But yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and go back to the beginning. And this is some of the comments after you asked them. What's the haps, guys?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We're joined by head coach Mikey Varas and goalkeeper Pablo Cisniega. We'll take room first, and then we'll go to Zoom. Starting off in person, take it away.
Mikey, if you can just start off with game day tomorrow, back to reality, right? Playing a game with the team. How do you feel preseason has gone, and just how does the team look for tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, we're really excited.
Sorry. Normally Tony's there and he takes the first question, so I always feel very awkward taking the first question. But you know, there was like 3 seconds of like, take it away. Like they never pointed at someone to start it, so I was right there and I said, "Damn, I gotta ask first." First question sucks. We all know this. Well, you don't have to ask the first question either, but you loved it. But you love it.
Sounds like it crumbled under the pressure. It's okay.
No, and For me, I kind of choked on this question.
When it gets the quiet moment is just like that. Everyone in the room has anxiety. Like no one wants to hop in, but that was that was a good question.
Back to reality killed me. It was like hey man, back to reality. Like you got a game tomorrow, buddy. But I mean,
Obviously, we had a short break, a short preseason, so it's a massive challenge to be ready for this moment. But the boys have done just a great job of committing to the cause and to the adventure, and not making anything an excuse, and just playing the hand that we've been dealt as best we can. And really, I think the mood is really good because in the last few days, their legs are starting to feel good, and now they're seeing a little bit the fruits of all the labor they had in the preseason.
Starting to come back. The legs are starting to come back. This is technically preseason. They should be gearing up, or should have geared up this week for Coachella Valley Invitational, which is very, very lax, which is very,
kind of. No, some teams take it pretty seriously, honestly.
So
just the performance wise, they have to take it seriously because you're playing against real competition and real MLS teams that you're going to be facing for the rest of the year. So when you do see these players, like they played Portland out there, I'm sure when SanDiego played for Portland like 10 times at the end of the season, they also thought back to that first February Coachella game and the first time that they shared a field together. So the Coachella is important. These preseason games are important, and I think this is going to be like a really memorable moment in SanDiego FC's history.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, right, looking back last year when it was their first game ever, who was it against?
Galaxy.
No, Coachella, New York
City FC lost 3-1.
Yeah, Mikey said, hey, like, we got to run more. Like, these guys are, like, not match fit still. I wonder if that's the same thing now, right? I don't think that should be the excuse. Mikey hasn't said that. These guys should be ready to go. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's not more of like these guys don't know each other. Like, especially if we get the starting lineup right, it's the same lineup as the last game they played. Yeah. So those guys should know how to play with each other. Those guys should be able to like play. Oh, maybe not even Barkston, but
switching for Corey Baird. But again,
and then no
Chucky. A healthy Marcus Varson is, the best thing after sliced spread.
That sounds kind of crazy to start a whole new season and not include any of your new players.
No, because they're not ready. No, because they're not in. They don't know the system, right? You have to acclimate them into the system. You have to kind of beat them into it. And to go back to the Coachella Valley Invitational last year, I remember the day that they got there for their first game against New York City FC, where they lost 3-1. It was hell week for preseason for them. Mm-hmm. And the Friday before, from what I was told from the club and club officials, that the night before they redlined all their players. Like, they just exhausted them. They played them and they conditioned them all the way to exhaustion. So when they came into that game, they were on super heavy legs already. But again, is that what's happened this season? Are they more easing things back in?
I feel like that's more of an SDFC thing. Like, every other club in the world, when you get like one of, like, if say Lewis Morgan, like, say like that's the best signing they had in the offseason, right? Which, I mean, arguably it is. You sometimes, if you're getting a new number 9, that's usually like you have to start him. So now I'm kind of second guessing, like, will they start Lewis Morgan? And you go back to other teams, right, worldwide, like they sign a top player that's going to be eventually a starter. Like, they start off the bat. Like, I'm thinking Chivas, they signed Brian Gutierrez right from Chicago Fire, and he's a starter, like, day in, day out. Like, he started every single game since he joined Chivas. So I think that's maybe a good take as well. Like, will Lewis Morgan start?
The one thing that I've been looking at and looking at the things that Tyler Heaps, the sporting director for SanDiego FC, has said is that, and Mikey, is that coming into the season that we're going to come in with a much bigger team, like more depth. I don't think it's a bigger team. If anything,
I think they've had more players. They've had more players out than they've had in.
And so, yeah, there should be more movement coming in for SanDiego FC for sure. Transfer window internationally does close on February 1st at midnight GMT. But after that, there's still MLS transfer window into the spring, and loans and international global connection network that Right to Dream has with SDFC. even who's Houston did better in the trade market. A lot of teams are doing a lot of things on the trade market. Here locally, not locally in California, Timo Werner is now a part of it. Klaus, another DP that's coming into LA Galaxy, a big body forward. He was over in St. Louis.
He's now at Miami as the third DP right here. Yeah, like it definitely seems like other clubs in MLS are making like big moves. And San Diego FC is not doing that. But that's, I mean,
San Diego FC also won the was in the Western Conference Finals this last year. And they won the Western Conference.
They were, but now they have the whole drama about Chucky Lozano, which is going to take the headline every single time. Any other outside reporter that comes in, even a post match, there's going to be a Chucky question. And we're going to get the same answer over and over and over again. But
I met a guy from San Jose in LA the other day, and his first question, I mentioned the San Diego thing. He's like, "Oh, isn't there something happening with Chucky?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's all I knew about San Diego FC this offseason." So.
Yeah, and that's where I'm curious to see if San Diego FC does come in and start really well, like when those questions and conversations will die down. But until then, we'll enjoy you guys' engagement on the comments because people are very much still having some sort of way about that. Yes, Buanga.
And there were other questions I wanted to ask Mikey Varas. If it was kind of like just a regular media availability day, it really felt like, with the CONCACAF people there that, the questions had to be mainly just about like the match, which is essentially that's what a media availability should be, right? Ask about the next match. But I wanted to ask Mikey Varas, hey, like, what are your thoughts on Abel Vargas, going to Atletico Madrid? Like, that's a 20-year-old from MLS going to one of the Europe's best teams. Like, do you see maybe some of your younger players making that step in a few years? Thinking of like Bombino, Manu Dua, who've been linked to Europe already. So I feel like that could have been a great answer hearing from Mikey. So yeah, there was a lot of different things that I wanted to ask that I didn't get the chance to, based off kind of like the vibe that this media availability gave.
I don't know how comfortable I am even saying a prediction because quién sabe. I really don't know what we're going to see from San Diego FC. We know what Pumas is going to go ahead and bring, and if they are able to go ahead and move past this Pumas, then, and not just this game, but in the second leg, it'd be an impressive thing and step to do. It is a historic first match for San Diego FC, and this level of competition, it is the biggest tournament that they've been a part of outside of their domestic league, and it's an opportunity to really kind of get more eyes on it. And again, I was listening to some of the broadcasts in TUDN and over in Mexico, and they mentioned them like, San Diego FC, the new up and comers, but they do know and respect the fact over there that they did well in last season, in their first season, and they are an impressive team. So the pedigree for San Diego FC has been established, at least here in the region in CONCACAF, and it's now a matter for them to go ahead and back it up with their play.
I can confirm that they're not going to walk out with the new kit.
No,
they're not going to do that. Especially it's a home game. They're going to play with the home kit.
That's going to be released February 7th, I believe.
I think technically it won't be released until the Monday.
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to talk about any of that, but
I mean, sure. It's actually out there. That date's actually out there.
The 7th?
Mm-hmm.
Well, did you see the email? Anyways.
Yeah.
What else were we going to talk about? Oh, I signed an NDA about something else, actually, so I can't even.
Private chat for you.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of jerseys, so I go to the NWSL Media Day. They make us sign an NDA saying, all right, if you see here, we're going to show you the jerseys. I didn't even read the NDA. Maybe I shouldn't be saying any of
it. For sure.
It's an invite only.
Okay.
And
if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, and what I will say from it is that anything, I mean, if any of you if we decide to go, anything we get can't get posted until like
embargo
days out after.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair.
But I'm sure people. I mean, if other people are invited, I'm sure, especially fans are invited.
Yeah, it's going to get leaked either way. So
that's where I got that information from. It's just the general public.
Yeah,
it's out in the ether. That's.
I think it might be like a season ticket, event maybe.
It's a premium. Like it would be a premium person.
Yeah, media got invited. Yeah, I don't know what it is. So I think season ticket members got the invite. But it's an event. They're gonna release the new kid, but again, we as media can't post anything about it from that event, interviews, pictures of it until the following Monday. So
Tan feos han de estar.
Hmm?
Tan feos han de estar.
I think so.
Just like, no.
I'm not sure if I'll be able to go. I don't know about you guys.
Literally, this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
It's
So.
on
you're
Saturday.
usually on top of all the emails.
Yeah,
That's funny,
100%.
yeah.
That one
Super Bowl's
slipped through
on
the cracks.
Sunday. I don't know.
It's on a Sunday?
It's
The
a
Super
February.
Bowl's on Sunday.
It's the day. It's a Saturday before the Super.
Well, that's why I don't
Yeah.
pay attention. I have the San Diego Sockers that are playing Utica at Smart Way Arena. So,
So that
on
rules
Sunday?
you out.
yeah,
Be not-
Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday.
So
It's
that
Sunday
rules you
Super
out
Bowl.
for that event.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can go, if I can make it.
I have a dentist appointment on Tuesday next week.
I got my Sentry, guys.
Hey!
That's a big deal. Everyone
That's awesome.
congratulate
That's
Tony.
the grade of the week.
Dude,
Woo!
Tony Sanchez got
Ya
his
levantaron los
Sentry.
tacos macizo.
No, it's I'm excited.
Taco Tuesday, by
I have
the
to
way.
activate the thing.
Ooh, mañana?
No, because
We
I
got
have
to
to,
the
I
game
have to go
tomorrow.
to the game.
Ah, man, your
Damn.
Mexicali like trips coming back are smoother now, I bet.
No, because now I have to take people. Because I was the only one on my girls' like whole thing in Mexicali because I don't have Mexicali people, but they'd make me walk because they all have had Sentry.
Oh, and you
like,
love walking, don't you?
not in 120-degree
Yeah,
heat
no, I
in
bet now.
Mexicali
Yeah, yeah.
at night.
Yeah, that sucks.
With all those zancudos and the mosquitoes in that pueblo bicicletero, that
Yeah.
absolute just backwater city of the capital of Baja California.
You know which city is nice? Tecate.
Okay,
Tecate's
no,
nice. Tecate is not that bad.
it's worse. But yeah, all right. Anything else for San Diego FC tomorrow? Obviously, it's going to be a big day. Everybody's excited to go and sold out supporter section.
Yeah, it's an exciting game.
It'll
It's
be
a
good.
Big deal.
We'll see.
How many people? It's a Tuesday night still. It's also the first one.
like
Tuesdays coming.
Announced 28,000, I bet.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Man,
Esteban says
I don't
two-
know if
two-
I'm even down to do a prediction for
So
this.
that's-
1-1.
So even 2-2, 1-1. That's a score. That is an away goal for
Mhm.
the away team, which is
It's away
Pumas.
goals.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
I hate away goals.
Even Champions League did them. Like, no,
Yeah.
it's equally as hard to score.
And
like,
it's so stupid explaining it. Technically, it's like a goal and a half.
Hablando de Zancudo.
I'm gonna go with
You
a.
can.
Did you kill? No, I didn't get it.
I'm gonna go with a 3-1 win for Pumas.
Whoa. Big.
Nah. Never mind. It's gonna be a 1-1 game.
A 1-1
Copycat.
game. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Copying the prediction champ here, I see.
Hey, are you gonna walk?
Hey, are you gonna surf?
Yeah, 100%.
I thought it was the regular season. That's when he's walking.
Yeah, no, not
Yeah.
this time. Not tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool.
You just gotta give me a date for that
It's the
when you surf.
Okay, I'll give you a date, July 16th.
Oh,
Why don't we do it the day first San Diego Wave game, March 14th?
On at something 3-4. It's Pi Day.
It's a nice surfing
Maybe
day.
get some pie. King tides today. Should have done it today.
Oh, you want me to go out in the king tides? All right. It's
But
just,
easier to catch one.
just because of my shape doesn't mean I'm buoyant like that. Although I'm very excellent swimmer. Like I'm hilariously good at swimming. Like
Well, I can't wait to see you in the ocean.
who says you're going?
I want to be there. Do you want to be there, Abe?
I'll take a trip to the beach to go.
You're
watch.
invited. Ooh.
Ah,
Why would you be there?
so I want
Are
to.
we doing it in Tijuana or are we doing it here?
Imperial Beach?
We're doing Imperial Beach.
Dude, I'm down. Wait for it to flood a little bit. Yeah, heck yeah. All right. Bringing your predictions 100%. We'll touch up on. We have 2 zeros here for San Diego FC. Maybe you can get Frontera to March with Chiva. There are some things in the background that are still needing to be followed up with. That'd be really cool for that walk. But yeah, maybe have Frontera just cheering mom in the back. That'd be pretty dope.
I mean, the plan is for that first home game of the season for San Diego, which is in like 2-3 weeks. So we'll see. We have to talk about it because there was like merch that we wanted to like
Yeah, we'll talk about
for
it. 100%.
So we're gonna talk about it. See maybe that timeline still checks out for us. If not, I mean, the walk will happen.
And live stream it. Yeah, probably do it a la speed.